Y'all know what it is, man. What's going on? It's your boy PG the Hustler, man. Talking shit. Episode 58. We're gonna cover the Nashville shooting. It's called Nashville Shooting to the Floodgates, man. Y'all gonna see what we got in store for y'all. I'm gonna go on and kick this stuff off. We're gonna have to run this a little bit different from later on. I know y'all seen last show where we was cutting back a little bit, but due to time constraints, man, we just gonna go all the way straight through this. So without further ado, man, let's jump on into it. All right.
New video tonight of the tragedy in Tennessee.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired, move.
Showing what happened the moment Nashville police showed up to stop a school shooter.
Right.
Officers running through classrooms and hallways.
Move!
Following the sound of gunfire.
Suspect down!
We are now getting a look at some of the victims from that school shooting in Nashville.
Crazy,
a total of
man.
6 people lost their lives.
But the tragedy could have been a whole lot worse if it wasn't for those police officers you just saw there who took down that suspect. Fox 35's Madison Scarpino has new details on the investigation.
Police speak to the parents of the 28-year-old who shot and killed 6 people inside the Covenant School, a private elementary school in Nashville. While an exact motive is still under investigation, authorities are getting a clearer picture of the main suspect.
She was under care, doctor's care, for an emotional disorder.
The suspect's parents telling police they believe their child should not have owned a gun. In fact, they were under the impression the suspect had sold the one gun they knew of. In reality, when searching the family home, police found multiple weapons, which the suspect kept hidden.
We found that she had purchased 7 firearms from 5 local gun stores. They were all legally purchased.
The shooter, a former student at the Covenant School, was shot and killed by responding officers some 14 minutes after the attack started Monday morning. Body cam footage released Tuesday shows how responding officers encountered the shooter on the 2nd floor of the building.
We have no evidence that individuals were specifically targeted. This school, this church building, was a target of the shooter.
As police investigate, the community is rallying together.
I'm 101-year-old, and I've done a lot of things, but this really hurts. And I just hope they're all with God.
The president also calling on Congress to do more to pass an assault rifle ban.
This should not be a partisan issue. It's a common sense issue. They have to act now.
The White House hasn't said if the president plans to travel to Nashville or if he'll speak to the victims' families. In Nashville, Tennessee, Madison Scarpino, Fox 35 News.
Wowzer. So, man, as y'all all know, it was another school shooting in Nashville. But this right here, like my thoughts on this right here, man. Y'all know it was another school shooting in Nashville, man, over the last couple of days, man. But my thoughts on this right here, this to me feels like it just feels like they doing this. It feels like the internet age is kind of taking over. Like, motherfuckers doing this shit for clout now. Because this wasn't even no current student. It was a former student. This bitch was 24 years old. Or this bitch, whoever the fuck she was, whoever the fuck she wanted to identify as, she was 20-something years old. I mean, you a grown-ass person. And for one, you still living with your parents. And you grown as hell. Like, your life ain't together. Your shit, whatever happened, whatever you got going on, whatever, that's your motherfucking fault. It ain't them people's fault at that school. It ain't them people's fault that who lives you took. That's some fucked up shit, man. And to me, honestly, this kind of shit is just getting out of hand. It's this internet entitlement. Like, motherfuckers doing this shit for clout, sad to say. This motherfucker would rather risk their life than just do something positive or do something or just be them, like do them, like you know what I'm saying? Like this, it's just funny how motherfuckers will just throw their life away like that. Like that shit just whack as hell to me, man. You know what I'm saying? How motherfuckers throw their life away and kill other people too. Like for one, if you really want, like I don't know, and I don't even want to go there, but you know I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100, man. If that's what you really want to do, don't take nobody else with you. Just go ahead and you know what I'm saying. Like I ain't condoning nothing. But stop bringing other people into this shit, man. These people gotta cut. These people gotta stop, man. This shit gotta stop, man. This ain't even got nothing to do. This ain't even got nothing to do with no schools or no kids or no shit like this. This wasn't no child. This was a grown ass person. A grown ass motherfucking person, man. So that shit wild as hell. Anyway, man, let's catch this shit, man. Let's see what's going on. Y'all be careful, man. You know, I ain't done talking about that shit yet, man. I seen some shit where they got, I forgot what state it was, but they got some bulletproof, like, corner things for students. Like, as much as sad to say, like that, I think that's what we done come to. Like, we really actually need stuff like that in these classrooms. It's like a little corner. I wish I had the video, man, where I could just pop it up, man. It's like a little corner, and the teacher, if anything go down, anything happen, all the students, they get to that one side of the room. And the teacher it's like a corner, like a triangle, you know, just two walls, because it'll make a square, and it holds 30 people, and it's fully bulletproof. I seen that shit. I think that shit is dope. I think that shit, like I said, sad to say, I think that shit might be needed. Like it might need it, because we see everybody doing anything they can for clout or to be recognized on the internet. People call it clout. Let's just call it what it is. People want to be recognized. People want to be famous. They want to be talked about. Whatever you want to insert in there as far as people wanting attention or being attention whores, that's what they do. And they'll do anything for it. And this is a prime example of that shit. They'll go so far as to risk their own motherfucking life and take other people with them. Let's not negate that fact. They would rather take other people with them and risk their own life just to be seen, or for, back in the day, they used to call it 15 minutes of fame. It ain't even 15 minutes of fame now. These people so stupid, they don't understand that this shit happened so much that you don't even remember the school shootings from last month, do you? No, because it's happening so fucking fast, like so often, that we're not even having time enough to process this shit and to even remember these people and these victims. Because as soon as it happened, oh, it's on to the next one. Something else happens. A week or two later, a week, 2 weeks, a month, it don't even matter the time, but it happens. It's too motherfucking quick. It's too often. It's right away. You know what I'm saying? And it's corny, man. It's real whack. Like, people just need the attention that much. They got all these devices, man. They gonna give you attention. Go get your little TikTok views up, man. Go do some stupid ass dances or something. Tell some fucking jokes or something. I don't know. Make some nasty ass food. I mean, everybody doing some shit. Everybody doing something. So go find something to do. Do something that ain't gonna hurt no motherfucking body or yourself. And if a motherfucker don't don't notice you, they just don't notice you. It ain't in the cards for you to be noticed. It just ain't. The fuck? Anyway, we out of here. We off of that. I done took too much time on that.
It is 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, and it has been an active morning across North Georgia. A large, dangerous tornado, violent tornado touched down in Troup County, southern Troup County, south of LaGrange, and tracked into Meriwether County as well. We have several crews that are out there gathering information, getting firsthand account from people down there in Troup County on what they heard, what they saw, and what they're left with in the aftermath. And photos this morning coming in, our first photos, show some of the hardest hit areas were in West Point, right along West Point Road. These photos you notice here, trees down, structures that are crumbled underneath the weight of those trees. And there's one area in particular right around that West Point Road. You see right here, houses are flattened. There's hardly trees that are left there. So it's a very chaotic scene in Troup County right now. Troup County is asking, officials are asking you if you're in that area to stay off the roads. And if you are needing assistance in the aftermath of the tornado, there is a shelter open. The American Red Cross has opened a shelter, and that is open right now for people who need it. All right, so there's a lot of damage down there. I want to kind of give you a baseline of what we know right now. The tornado moved through right around 7 o'clock this morning. We had a confirmation, debris spotted on radar, that there was a tornado on the ground. And shortly after that, starting to hear rumblings from Troup County of the damage, of homes that were hit very hard. And a lot of that, again, was in southern Troup County, not far from West Point, not in LaGrange itself, but south of the city of LaGrange. There were trees that were down near the Kia plant right along I-85. I-85, I-185, both of those interstates were briefly shut down because there were trees on top of the roadway. And this is an image from LaGrange right now where we've still been seeing a lot of rain that's on the roads. Now in Meriwether County, we also had tornado damage. And in fact, some of that tornado damage happening at the Wild Animal Safari Park, where 2 tigers got on the loose. We have heard from Troup County sheriffs that one of those tigers was captured, but they're telling people still down in Meriwether County, north of Pine Mountain, Georgia, north of Callaway Gardens, where that tornado hit, that Wild Animal Safari Park did sustain damage. There is still 1 tiger unaccounted for in the park, so they're asking you to stay off the roadways. Meanwhile, in West Point, 2 injuries and another injury that has been reported and is being transported right now. Those are being treated at the Wellstar Hospital down in Troup County. So it is a bit of a chaotic scene right now. And the images that you just saw, those are just our first images. And tonight at 11 Live News at 11, our team has been out there this morning, and they're going to be gathering more information of what people heard and saw there. I want to update you, though, on where we stand weather-wise, because we're not done with storms yet. In fact, things are really active out there. Let me show you our current watches, and we don't have any warnings at the moment. But we have in this orange color, this is a severe thunderstorm watch, which is going to run until 1 o'clock today. So that's south of Athens, and then, well, including Athens. And then we have a tornado watch that is also in effect until 1 o'clock. And that does still include Troup County, Meriwether County, Pike, Lamar, Upson, and out towards Jackson County as well. So that is the current situation right now in terms of our severe weather threats, but it's really not a severe threat at this point is the main concern. The heavy rain is the main concern. Look at this just area, huge areas, hail. We had some huge hail amounts this morning, and also the isolated tornado threat. And in fact, speaking of hail, I want to show you some photos from earlier today. Our 11 Live viewers have been sending in photos, and that hail threat was the greatest between about 4 o'clock this morning and 7 o'clock before we really started to see the heavy rainfall picking up. Ansley took a bunch of photos from Meansville down in Pike County, and wow, you see these hailstones? That's 1.5 inches in diameter. That one on the left almost looks closer to an 1.75 inches, yeah. But it was about ping pong ball size hail that fell there, between ping pong ball size and golf ball size hail. Another hail photo coming in from one of our 11 Alive storm trackers, Kelly and Molina. And this hail, a little bit smaller, about $half size hail. Also another photo from LaGrange. And although LaGrange itself did not sustain tornado damage, they did get a lot of big hail from these storms that moved through. So again, just kind of recapping as we take a picture, a live picture from LaGrange and Troup County. Tornado touched down this morning just before 7 o'clock, and that tornado moved through southern Troup County into southern Meriwether County, and there are people that need your thoughts, and if you're a religious person, need your prayers today. There are homes, if we can show those videos and photos again, Brian, in the control room, photos where you don't see the houses left standing. Trees are really broken in half and snapped. And this is something the National Weather Service will start to survey in terms of the damage as we get into tomorrow. They're probably likely too busy today with all of the storms that are ongoing. But that is what we are left with in southern Troup County. So 2 people being treated right now at the hospital. A third is on their way in. And we have multiple crews that are down there in Troup and Meriwether counties that are going to be out there talking to people who experienced this tornado firsthand and really get some accounts of the damage. Right now, look there, more trees down right there in Troup County. Right now, we transition to more of a flooding threat. We did have many trees on top of the road on I-85 and I-185. We have not heard yet if those lanes are completely back open again, but we do know that just into our newsroom, Brian Kemp, our governor, has issued a state of emergency. This helps us get and release resources to help with tornado aid down in those areas hardest hit. And this actually comes almost 2 years to the day since we had an EF4 tornado, our last EF4 tornado touched down in Newton, Coweta County in the area of Newton. So again, southern Troup County, southern Meriwether County hit very badly by a tornado this morning. But as of this point, the tornado threat is really winding down for us at the moment. Flooding, that is our biggest threat to go from here as we work our way into the afternoon. Our teams are gathering more resources. There's a news conference that's going to be taking place here shortly down in Troup County. We hope to learn more information there. And again, state of emergency issued.
Y'all reach
Brian
out.
Kemp, Troup and Meriwether counties hit by a tornado first thing this morning. More on 11 Alive Plus and 11alive.com throughout the day today.
Y'all reach out to y'all folks down there in Georgia, man. See if they good
Still
and all
no
that stuff. All right. This right here, I'm kind of flipping back and forth. I actually was supposed to do this one next, but I wanted to give a little break right here. More on the school shooter. I actually had him in order, so this is my fault, y'all. I had him out of order. But this is just like a little follow-up. They trying to say that she was targeting this pastor.
No official motive in the case of the 28-year-old who killed 6 people at the Christian school she once attended in Nashville. But one theory holds that she had targeted this man, the church's lead pastor, who's said to have been counseling her. He wasn't there at the time, but his 9-year-old daughter was, and she became one of the victims. Erikah has more.
Was the Nashville shooter targeting the school pastor and his family? Inside Edition has learned that Audrey Hale, who was transgender, was believed to be having counseling sessions with Chad Scruggs.
He was counseling her?
What I'm hearing, he was providing counseling for her, and something didn't sit right with her.
Former Covenant School pastor Jim Bachman says Hale appeared to be searching for Scruggs when she went through the school. She shot Scruggs' 9-year-old daughter, Hallie, dead.
If she had found Chad, if she'd have tried to kill him, maybe she'd have left the daughter alone.
The former pastor also revealed he knew Audrey Hale when she attended the school nearly 20 years ago.
She was a very normal, happy-go-lucky little girl that liked to play kickball with the boys.
And law enforcement experts are studying that daring police raid that took down the shooter and noting the sharp contrast with the failure of the police to save lives in Uvalde, Texas last May. 19 children and 2 teachers were killed at the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. Here's how cops in Nashville raced upstairs 2 at a time to confront the killer. Contrast that with police in Uvalde standing and waiting as victims lay dying.
Please put your gun down, sir. Please don't hurt anyone else.
In Uvalde, we see multiple officers on the scene, and they're not entering the classroom. They're in the hallway. They know where the shooter is. He's still firing, but they're waiting.
The Nashville police officers entered the building here, rapidly checking classrooms on the first floor. The sound of gunfire above them sent them racing to the second floor. That's where they took down the shooter who was firing from this cathedral window, all in just 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
The amount of courage it takes to go into that building and confront the unknown. You've got a shooter who's armed, a shooter who's shooting people, but also maybe the most dangerous of adversaries, right? Someone who's not afraid to die.
And actress Melissa Joan Hart, star of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, now lives near the school. She choked up telling how she and her husband helped children flee.
We helped all these tiny little kids cross the road and get their teachers over there, and we helped a mom reunite with her children. And I don't know what to say anymore. It is just enough is enough.
I just wanted y'all to see that little clip, man. See that little thing. What the haters talking now, about. This right here. This right here we finna get into. I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna play it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the picture up so y'all can see. That's all I'm gonna do. If y'all don't know, if y'all haven't seen, there's a video floating around where this woman and her mother is standing around dogging this man out, talking shit about my dude, saying he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, why he gotta cook the kids some food. All the complaining that they doing, y'all gotta watch the video. All the complaining that they doing, man, is stuff that they could literally be doing right there, like themselves. If the kids is there, the kids is hungry, he just came home from work, or he just getting from work, or he's doing whatever he doing. So what? Cook them kids that food. Like, that's not, here again. Everything is for the attention. Everything is for the clout. She did this shit, got all on live, did this shit because she wanted to be seen. Because if not, she wouldn't have got on live. She wouldn't have been on live. It would have just been a regular dispute. Hey, you ain't, I think you ain't cooking enough for the kids or whatever. Let's do this. It was all over cooking or something. And you could just hear the mom in the background. Yeah, and why ain't doing that? And why ain't that? Just hyping the shit up. It's corny as hell. It's whack as fuck, man. Rest in peace to my dude who lost his life. He died right there in front of his kids, man. His kids watched him take his last breath. Like, come on, man. What is we doing, people? Really? Really? The argument was that over some food or over time, over him spending time or being there around you and the kids? Like, come on. Now he not around at all. Because you wanted to show out. Because you wanted to show the fuck out and grab a gun and shoot this nigga. I just don't get where we going with this shit, people. Like, I don't know why. And honestly, it's men and women. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's both sets. Both sides always want to. They so quick to grab straps and shoot people down just over disagreements. Like, it ain't even a lot of this shit ain't even worth fighting over. You know what I mean? Like, at all. So it's like y'all wasting a lot of motherfucking time, like, and effort and whatever the fuck else y'all want to waste. Y'all wasting it. So, like I said, man, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. We gotta do better, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, my G. And condolences to them kids, man. They gotta grow up being a statistic without a father because of their mother. Y'all think about that shit, man. Let that fucking shit sink in. All because she wanted to be on Facebook, flipping her hair and complaining and big old face in the motherfucking camera. I get so tired of this shit, man. I wish they shut that shit down for like 2-3 days, man. Just a lot of you motherfuckers would go crazy. Y'all would jump off a fucking bridge with y'all goofy asses. Y'all so fucking dumb. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Y'all throw that shit in the comments, man, and what y'all think all this shit was about. Because we know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We know what it's about. We know these motherfuckers just want to be seen. They want to be... This bitch thought she was going to go viral for cussing her man out and pulling the strap on him. And then again, I mean, I guess I ain't seen nothing that was saying it was fake. I really haven't seen nothing saying it was fake. Like, and it did not sound fake. So, if it was, bravo, hats off, because that was good. You got the kids all involved if it was fake, but I don't think it was fake. Them kids was crying something terrible. Like, there ain't no fake cries. So, anyway, man, moving on, man. Moving right along, man. We're gonna see what's cracking, man. We're gonna see what Drib's boy talking about. Rashad.
I didn't see this coming. Afroman being sued by the police because he had the audacity to use footage of the home raid. Here's his words.
The Adams County Sheriff is Will Smith. And I'm Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all get ready for this Netflix special. The Adams County Sheriff has selective outrage, you know what I'm saying? They got selective outrage. It's all kind of meth houses and all kind of real life active meth labs in Adams County. But the Adams County Sheriff has selective outrage.
Let's put up a picture. Afroman. Legendary. Legendary. 7 law enforcement officers have now sued rap artist Afroman, accusing him of improperly using footage from a botched police raid on his own home in Ohio last year. So he put it in a music video for his songs Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Help Me Repair My Door?
Right.
The irony of it all. Adams County Sheriff's Deputy Sean D. Cooley, Justin Cooley, Sean D. Grooms, and Lisa Phillips, and Sergeants Michael D. Estep, Brian Newland, and Randolph L. Warder Jr. brought the lawsuit earlier this month, claiming invasion of privacy. This is rich. The plaintiffs say that the rapper took footage of their faces obtained during the August 2022 raid and used it in music videos and social media posts without their consent. They say this has caused them emotional distress, embarrassment, ridicule, loss of reputation, and humiliation. You're talking about the kind that happens when you legally wrong person's.
Exactly.
That's what you're talking about, officers. Okay. The plaintiffs are seeking of Afroman profits from his use of their personas. That includes proceeds from the songs, music videos, live ticket events, as well as the promotion of Afroman's brand, under which he sells beer, marijuana, t-shirts, and other merchandise. They want all of it. They want a piece of the action. They also seek a court injunction to take down all videos and posts containing their personas. Here's a shirt with an image of Sean Cooley beside Peter Griffin from Family Guy around the lemonade pound cake. All right. So these are the things that the officers are upset about. Afroman recently mocked Officer Cooley following the lawsuit. Here it is.
Oh yeah, man, that's my favorite one. Officer Pound Cake, Family Guy. Where's he gonna look next? Oh, Officer Pound Cake. Wait. Oh, he don't like collard greens and cornbread, black eyed peas. Wait a minute, hey. Let me know what you want next time, man. I'll grab it for you, bro. Lucky he's a family guy.
He is clowning the hell out of them. Let's put up a picture of the judge. Afroman is not going to stop. So he took this Instagram Thursday to call out the lawsuit and the raid. Essentially, a racist judge, Judge Roy Gabbard, he says, signed a fictitious false warrant accusing me of kidnapping and drug trafficking. The warrant put the Adams County Sheriff in a position to attempt to kill me. Those suspicions turned out to be unfounded, though, and the raid failed to turn up probative criminal evidence, so no charges were filed against Afroman. Afroman continued, after the Adams County Sheriff burglarized, vandalized, and destroyed my property, they became thieves and stole my money. They lost their right of privacy. My house is my property. My video camera films everything on my property. They became my property. I got more. Listen, Afroman is legendary. All right, there's more. I use my footage of my property to raise money to pay for the damages they done. Not knowing who the criminals were operating in the Adams County Sheriff's Department, I gave them humorous nicknames. I am a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen who was violated by criminals camouflaged by law enforcement. And now a statement from my attorney, Anna Castellini. We are waiting for public records request from Adams County. We still have not received. We are planning to countersue for the unlawful raid, money being stolen, and for the undeniable damage this had on my client's family, career, and property. When cash seized during the raid was returned to Afroman, it appeared that hundreds of dollars were missing. Another review by the State Bureau of Criminal Investigation determined that deputies had miscounted the amount seized during the raid itself. Now think about the irony of this. And it's so powerful what Afroman did that literally I walk in my law school class, one of my law professors is playing his video. And this is in a criminal procedure class. He's playing the video, pointing out how Afroman in his rap song is correct legally, morally, ethically. He's right. He's right about the law. He's right about what they missed. He's also right about his proclamation of being violated. He was right, okay? So how in the world do you sue a person for recording in his own home? Well, you do that if you're the police. Police rule. No law here. We don't have to be concerned about precedent. The police wrongfully raid your home. You record it. You publish it. It's in your house. They sue you for invading their privacy when they kicked in your door illegally.
That's not gonna stand.
Damn. This is why some people don't like the police. Rick, can you make this make sense?
No.
Yep.
No. How? What do you take me as? No, I can't. How do you make sense of this? Look. I will say, Afroman, 1000% legend. When I went to school at Indiana University, there was a place called Bluebird where they served quarter beers, and I saw him perform. Total awesome show. And obviously legendary hits that got us through college. Now, I recall, on a serious note, in 2014, when Eric Garner was killed in New York, and I recall when the police strangled him, that some other policeman wore "I Can Breathe" shirts to mock the entire thing. And how I view this is, you guys don't like it when the shoe's on the other foot, huh? There's a lot going on here with all of them going into Afroman's home, stealing money, which is still up for dispute, and him making light of it. And now they get all in their feelings. But what I will say is, this has a lot to do with the endless supply of funds that police unions have, because they can drag this out in court for as long as they wish, in comparison to one citizen who's probably made a nice living, but it pales in comparison to police union money.
Yeah.
And lastly, this goes into why exactly does almost every city in America have a blank check for the police? I see locally, there's a great Twitter account called Film the Police. He checks them, and they are sitting in their cars doing nothing, wasting taxpayer dollars, and yet we continue to cut these blank checks with our hard-earned money. It is something that needs to be addressed.
Reform and replacement has to be on the agenda.
Afroman.
Then when we look at some of your work here.
Yes.
Badu.
What does this mean to you visually?
This album cover, we're looking at New America Part 1, Fourth World War. Inside of the Afro are so many different things. They're signs of the time. They're in my mind.
Yeah.
Because New America Part 1 was me standing on an apex or standing at the top of something, observing everything. There are no solutions in this album. It's just what I've observed.
Look at her.
Thomas Dewey said,
okay,
a problem well stated is a problem half solved.
I understand that. Could be. But we did start a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
There's a song on this particular album called Master Teacher. And in that song, Master Teacher, the chorus is, I stay woke. So Stay Woke was introduced to the world by way of this album, New America Part 1. And I tweeted it about this group that was detained, Pussy Riot. They're this group of activists who are artists. And in my tweet, I said, free Pussy Riot and hashtag Stay Woke. After that, woke took off.
Your art
took
this concept. Ideas and words can evolve, but it really put this out, this idea we should wake up to these problems and stay woke.
Sure.
We track how you started it and how it spread, and then how some on the right are sort of hijacking or attacking it or giving it a different definition.
Sure.
So I want to play this for you since you bring it up, and then we could talk about it.
All right.
Even though you go through struggle and strive to keep a healthy life, stay woke. Everybody knows a black or white, there's creatures in every shape and size. Stay woke.
Stay woke. It's just urging folks to pay attention, to be alert.
Wow.
I want my coaches to stay woke, but I want the other coaches that's supporting us to stay woke.
Woke fascism that will destroy our nation.
We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. Florida is where woke goes to die.
I think they mean black.
Oh.
It's just another way to say thug or something else, right?
Yeah. And how do you feel about that?
It is what it is. It doesn't belong to us anymore. And, once something goes out in the world, it takes a life of its own. It's an energy of its own. I can tell you what woke means.
Please.
It just means being aware, being in alignment with nature. Because if you're in alignment with that, you're aware of everything that's going on. And it's not only in the political arena. That means with your health. That means in your relationships. That means in your home. That means in your car. It means in your sleep.
Boom. There we go. Tell them about Badu. I didn't know that. That was crazy. I didn't know she started that. That was in 08. That was a long time ago. What is this? Ugh. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?
No, that's not a very large industrial restroom. That is actually a water treatment supply plant down in Louisiana, and that guy that just purposely readjusted that camera so you couldn't see the water he was about to pee into, he's been busted. now. His name is Michael Maston. He's 57 years old. And by the way, we edited that really quickly because this dude peed in there for a very, very long time. Anyways, I'm not going to get into reasons why. He's been arrested and charged with multiple felonies for this after he was caught allegedly urinating in the city's water supply on at least 2 separate occasions. Following his arrest, Maston refused to tell APSO investigators why he relieved himself in the water supply, particularly when there was a bathroom located nearby on the same floor. I got news. Even if there wasn't a bathroom located nearby on the same floor, you shouldn't pee in the water supply. But still, the report further states that officials went through surveillance footage and found that he had urinated in that same pool at least one other time in the last 30 days. The reason they can only see the last 30 days is because that's as far back as the plant archives go. So who knows how long he's been doing this? Who knows how much he's maybe dropped his pants and done something else in that same water supply? But we do know this. He's finally been busted. And I guess the reasons he doesn't want to give because maybe they're too embarrassing, despite the fact that he hid it right in front of, or tried to hide it right in front of everyone else. This is probably why I'm assuming this is some kind of like risky game where he's like excited by it. Some people do this really illegal and disgusting things and go, they can see my head and shoulders, but they can't see my pee-pee.
I don't know. There's certain things that like I don't even have any commentary to add. Like prosecute this fool to the fullest extent of the law,
right?
And please put some safeguards in place that nobody else could even get the chance to do this, because this is just beyond depraved right here. Like counseling, jail him, counsel him, medicate his ass. This guy is a sicko. And he needs to be dealt with in all the possible legal ways possible. Please.
Did you notice if we see the back end of the video again? By the way, he adjusted the camera, peed, went back into the office, realized that he forgot to adjust the camera back down, then came out, adjusted it back down, and once he did, see there. So you see the foam that's in the water there that wasn't there previous. That's, I think, in my opinion, a little bit more evidence that another substance was added. Let's put it that way. But I mean, I guess this is the slight good news. So according to the water plant, though, the water was tested, and they showed that it was still safe to drink because of the lower levels of contamination that he put in with his urine, which, by the way, I guess is good news. But then again, how long he's been peeing in the system? And also, I'm not a water plant worker, so I'm not sure why the water that I guess goes out to residents for usage is just open like that. I don't desire it. I'm just curious why it's so easy for someone to pee in it from someone you just hire to do so. I think we need some changes here. Man.
Is nothing sacred anymore? I mean, Lord have mercy. Just pissing into the water supply. I mean, like, I'm talking about the worst of worst pranks that I've heard people when I was a teenager.
That's crazy. Well, y'all see. Let me see here. Wish I had the Eric Andre. Do, 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 do. All right, y'all, man. Well, y'all already know what it is, man. That last shit was nasty as fuck, man. I don't even know what to say about that shit. If you in Louisiana, man, don't drink that damn water, man. Leave that shit alone. That shit was nasty as fuck. I don't give a fuck if they say it's safe or not, man. That shit was whack, man. That shit was whack as fuck. But anyway, man, thanks for sliding in with us, man. Y'all see that they done tried to cut the time down on you, boy. But it is what it is. We'll definitely get back at y'all next week. Y'all already know what it is. Talking shit. Live on Wednesday, playback on Thursday, man. And we will see y'all when we see y'all. Don't forget, if y'all on that PC, GTA, slide through Shy City Roleplay. And In My Own Lane is going to be dropping too pretty soon. So y'all look out for that, man. And as always, if y'all need custom clothes, just want to check some of the merch out, y'all take a spin on over to blackmoneymedia.live. That's blackmoneymedia.live. All right, not .com, .live. All right. If y'all want custom stuff, go to Custom Drip. Boom, upload your pictures, order your shit. We got hoodies, hats, shirts, whatever, you name it. T-shirts, all that stuff for the girls, crop tops, leggings, all that stuff, man. Spin through there, man. Y'all put an order in, man, and holla at your boy, man. All right, peace.